Alright guys, so in this video I want to show you the S Class versus the C Class, if it really is a baby S Class, so let's check it out. And today we are at the AMG Bratislava here. So these are the two cars which we'll compare today. So on the right side is the S Class and on the left side is the C Class, which is called so-called the baby S Class. And basically the C Class is the entry level of the rear-wheel drive platform at the Mercedes-Benz. Then is also there the E-Class, but the E-Class is always like a little bit different. The C-Class and the S-Class, they for many years they have more or less very similar design features and design language. Alright guys, also we have to keep in mind that the price difference between these two cars is pretty huge. So the S-Class is pretty much the double of the C-Class. Sometimes it can be even bigger difference or smaller difference depending on the spec, but more or less it's the double of the price. So if this one is around 60k, this one is at least 120k, and we can check out the prices here. So this one is 61 spec from 47 spec to 61. This is the base engine C180, and here for the S-Class S400D 4MATIC long version we have a base price 120. So the base price is actually double of what you can find here, but this one is a larger engine, more powerful one, spec 173 and 256. So yeah, quite a big difference, but more or less it's double the price, we can say. So let me know what do you think about these two cars and which one do you like more in terms of the design. Some people actually prefer the S-Class and some people actually prefer the C-Class, so definitely let me know which one is your favorite in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and like, comment which is your favorite, and turn on notification bell, turn on all notifications so you're notified for all future episodes and comparison and reviews, driving, etc. So thank you very much. And guys, thank you very much for your support. So now let's start with a full in-depth review comparison between the S-Class and the C-Class. So first, what you can see is the size. That the S-Class is much bigger. Is the largest car in terms of the sedans in Mercedes lineup, and the S-Class is the smallest one out of the rear-wheel drive platforms, because there are also compact cars. Those are a little bit less in volume. The CLA is a little bit close to the C-Class, but otherwise they are smaller like the A-Class. But here the C-Class and S-Class. Also big change is you cannot get the Mercedes-Benz star here in the grille on the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, but on the C-Class you have it always there in the middle. And on the S-Class you can find it here on the top. So this is the classic feature which is for many years in Mercedes-Benz vehicles. We have the radars for the Distronic. Obviously, because you don't have a star on the S-Class, you have it here under this area, and in the C-Class you have it in the Mercedes-Benz badge. So underneath the badge there are the radars, the LiDAR scanner and radars for that. Also with these two cars we don't have a night package, so both of these cars have a chrome package. Basically everything is in chrome, otherwise it would be in high gloss black, but with these cars it is in chrome, which looks more luxurious. Also you have a window trim around the windows in chrome, as well as here on the S-Class. The S-Class has a very elegant spec with Kalahari Gold, which is like this yellow sand luxury kind of color, and also like a gold kind of color. So Kalahari Gold, that's the brand, the brand name for that. And here we have the black, more or less standard color, but in this case we have the obsidian black, which is the metallic, so not the night black, non-metallic, which you can also get. And here for the C-Class we have sienna brown leather, and for the S-Class we have the beige exclusive Napa Macchiato and Magma Grey. This is Kalahari Gold manufactured metallic paint, and this is the diesel car, and that one is the petrol car, the C180, and this one is C400 diesel 4MATIC, and this one is a rear-wheel drive. Even if you have 4MATIC, the S-Class is a primarily rear-wheel drive vehicle driven for the rear axle, but the front can engage for better traction if you need that. Also, what I notice is you can see that the S-Class, from the lower part towards the up, it goes like, can you see, it's like curved towards the back, like this, on this direction. But on the C-Class, it's even like from this part it goes away from the car. So this is the design language, can you see? So here is like straight, but it goes away a little bit, just a little bit, and that way it looks more like this angular sharp design. For the S-Class it's more like a elegant kind of design. Also, in terms of the daylight running stripes, these lights, both of these have more or less similar, this one stripe, but in terms of the dots you have one dot, and on the S-Class you have 3 dots. For the E-Class you have 2 dots, so that's the difference. Both of these cars are AMG line. For the C-Class we have these Mercedes-Benz stars in the front grille, and for the S-Class we have these lines. So this is something what is known for the S-Class, this kind of design, but on the lower part we have more chrome for the S-Class, but this curved like line is also present here on the C-Class, so they are quite similar but different cars. Also, you can see the lights are much lower on the C-Class and then on the S-Class, so the whole car is like a little bit more, is basically large, the S-Class. That's why it is also taller. If you compare the roof, you can see that the S-Class is definitely quite a large car. That's why this is called the baby S-Class. So let me know what you think. Is this really the baby S-Class or what? Also, the whole roof goes like towards the sloping down on the C-Class, but on the S-Class is also sloping down, but less, because it's a larger car. So from this side you can see how different is actually the height on the models. So for the wheels you can get also 19-inch, but for this car here are the 18-inch with AMG line package, AMG embossed for the wheels. And for the S-Class we have also AMG here, AMG line wheels. These are the multi-spoke chrome wheels, very nice looking. Also, as you can see, C-Class has a power domes on the bonnet and S-Class doesn't have it. So in terms of the rear, you can see I parked the cars exactly in the front at the same level. Maybe not by millimeters, but I tried to park them as much on the same level as possible. And check out here the rear, how much, it's like how crazy large the difference is between these two cars. The C-Class basically ends here, and then you have much more of a car, basically whole another boot for the S-Class. Really crazy difference. In terms of the design, the C-Class is also the sloping sedan design, as well as the S-Class. So they have definitely a lot of similar design features. In terms of the lights, you can see both of these lights have LED lights. So on the S-Class you can find these like crystals, and on the C-Class you have this LED bar which has smaller parts. The design of the light itself is quite similar, as you can see here, also from two sections, but the S-Class has one chrome line above the lights here, which the C-Class doesn't have. So you can see here the difference. So this exhaust is more like a rounded one, and on the C-Class is more like a squared one, but both of these have chrome line above the exhaust. So in terms of the boot capacity, here you can see the boot closes automatically and electrically. So that's the same with both of these cars, because this one also does that, of course, because as a flagship car it needs to do that. This is my backpack. So here you can see what kind of space do you have for the S Class. You can check it out on the screen, the S Class and the C Class volume, but they are not as far as you might think actually. But yeah, even the C Class has quite a large boot. So what you gain is rear room for the passengers in the S Class. This you can also close with the button. In terms of the quality of the closing, I would say is the same. So one of these cars have fuel tank here and fuel cap. It's about the same. Both of these cars don't have wipers because they are they don't come on the cars like these, on the sedans, only on hatchback SUVs. So none of these cars have a wiper. So here you can see more of the rear, how large is the S Class. But they share the same design language. As you can see here, the lines, there are quite a lot of similar for these cars. So yeah, now let's check out the interior. Alright, so first let's check out the interior of the S Class. This is the interior. We will hop in the car and check it out in a little bit more detail. But here, first glance, you can see the new Super Sport steering wheel and the middle screen, driver display, driver screen. Car has a soft close. And on this car, I don't think we have a soft close. No. So the C Class doesn't come, I believe, with a soft close. Here you can see the C Class interior. Alright guys, so this is the exclusive Napa leather in Macchiato beige and magma gray. So here is magma gray and here is Macchiato beige. You can see the diamond stitching here on the sides, and here are the seats. So they have also this very nice black, you can see like paneling, this little line, and you can hear the engine. You cannot hear it because it's so quiet in this car. And we have also panoramic sunroof. You can slide it like this and it will open like this, and look how much space and how much light do we have in the car. So combined with this Napa leather, we have this walnut brown wood with open pores and these aluminum lines. How beautiful is this? Really luxurious wood. I'm not a big fan of the wood. I like more like a carbon fiber, these kind of things. But this wood is like, I could drive with this car easily with this trim. Very nice wood, and together in this spec I think it fits really nicely with the beige interior. This wood complements really nicely. And we can see the S Class steering wheel, the new one, with capacitive touch buttons. This is the AMG line Super Sport steering wheel, and we have also the middle screen for the S Class layout. So overall everything is really extremely high quality, and as you can see everything is really top notch. In the middle we have some cup holders and some storage space, wireless charging for a phone, USB-C cables, ports, sorry. And in the middle we have also USB-C ports, a little bit of the armrest, not very deep but it's still here. And here is the perfume diffuser, and also quite a large storage space for the glove compartment. And you can have this display as the 3D here with this function. So the driver display can be in 3D mode. You can change the version, what kind of display you have. So you have understated, then you have a sport, classic, then you have exclusive, classic, and navigation. and for the assistance and service. So you can pick and choose which is your favorite. Also we have here the heads-up display, so you can change that as well. If you go swipe up with this button, then you have augmented reality, sport, and you can even turn it off. And you can see there the heads-up display, how I'm changing that. Also, really cool one is here the exclusive, which looks really luxurious. And together with the driver display, also the middle central screen changes on the lower part. So also here you have a white theme together. So if I change it now, check it out to classic. See, also this one changes. So for me, in the white, I think it looks a little bit better. So really great looking for the S Class. A little bit easier to check it out here, the climate control, and a little bit different design here with the white part. So we have you can lock the car, unlock. You have controls for the seats, and in this car you can, even if you sit as low as possible, you sit pretty like higher, definitely higher than in the C Class. So this one is actually like lower for you in the S Class than in the C Class. Also Burmester 3D surround sound system, so if I turn on the music, the speaker will, see, now it's going in. And if I turn on the music, so yeah, I cannot play the music because of the copyright, but you can see how gorgeous it is. So the Burmester surround sound system here is the 4D, which also has the speakers here, 4-dimension in the seats. So in the seats are speakers, and they can like vibrate. The seat is a little bit shaking, and it can be quite intensive. You can select different levels of vibration for the seat. So let's check it out. Entertainment, and here is Burmester high end, and here you have 4D sound, so you can choose which seat has what kind of level of the basically sound vibration from the seat. So if someone doesn't like this, for example passenger, can have it on 0. If someone like this really, you can have it on 10. I think 10 is too much. I think 1 or 2 is just enough. So yeah. Also you can have VIP seat, which will have a different sound and optimized sound for the driver, for the passenger, rear right or rear left. And sound profiles, pure surround, easy listening, live, 3D, so many settings for the Burmester. Really great high-end system. You can see here a speaker there. Also in the middle there is gorgeous speaker, and also in the rear you can see one there. Also in the doors and behind the seats there is also one on each side. So many speakers. Alright, and now we can check out the C Class. So let's hop inside. Let's start the car. You can close it. So also we can, the AC is turned on, okay. And you have also these electric seats, the same as in the S Class. And if you even look here in the S Class, you can see that the car interior is higher, basically, it's taller. So it's not as much, but it's noticeable. So here in the C Class as well, we have the Burmester surround sound system, but here in the C Class this is a 3D, not a 4D, and nothing is turning here. So yeah, but still nice. We have to consider these two cars are basically half a price. So the C Class and S Class, they have basically double difference of the price, so you have to really consider this. For the C Class you get the same assistant technology as in the S Class, and also you can see the same steering wheel, same display. This cannot be a 3D, but otherwise it's the same. Here in the middle you can just lower the fan. Here in the middle of the screen is also the same, but it's turned it 6 degrees towards the driver. So here for the C-Class you can see the wood decor and this black leather, AMG Napa leather. Here is a sienna brown leather, very nice, definitely. For this particular car we don't have a panoramic sunroof, but you can get it as well. And you can see also the middle armrest. Actually in C-Class is more deep than in the S-Class. And also the middle compartment is actually a similar vibe and very, very close to S-Class. You can see two cup holders, some storage space where I was charging for a phone. Also here you have a fingerprint reader for your profile. See, you need to activate the Mercedes Me, then we will have your profile, and the screen is basically has the same features. The vents are different than on the S-Class. Here are these rounded aviation inspired vents, and in the S-Class you have these like smaller ones which are here. So that's also a difference. In terms of the lock unlock is the same. This whole panel is the same, and here you can see also the stitching, not diamond stitching, but these crossing lines, very nice. This is a black leather and this one is sienna. So this leather I believe is also a standard one, not Designo. Here you can see Napa brown leather, and also we have 360 cameras and first class director package. So in different countries you have different packages for the cars. So in terms of the leather, the sienna brown leather is very nice. You can see there the real color. It has this like clay court on the tennis match color. You can see it also here, and this kind of quite, so also here this kind of vibrant red, not the boring red definitely. Here is a little bit muted because it's in shade, but ultimately very nice choice for the C-Class. Also you can move the seat, and the headrest is very soft here. So all new design for the seats for the C-Class, and yeah, really great looking in the interior for sure. Also in terms of the glove compartment, you can see here some storage space, and engine start stop button is underneath the start stop, so auto start stop, the same as in the S-Class. But overall you feel like you are like you can feel that this is a smaller car than in the S-Class. The S-Class is much more roomier, and yeah, you can feel it basically, but still for the C-Class is really good. So in terms of the pricing, this is half the price, so we need to consider this for sure. But in terms of the driving assistance is basically the same. Here you can see on the screen understated sport. We don't have an exclusive, this one is only for the S-Class, but otherwise we have a classic, navigation assistance and service as well. So for the navigation you can have full screen here, really great. This car also has a Distronic package, so this car also has a Distronic, so if you press here the car will keep distance depending what you will set, but here is also speed limiter, so we can turn this off. So here you can see 4 levels here, 1, 2, and also here, so you can have 4 levels. Works really amazingly. And yeah, the steering wheel is the same here, in this case in black Napa leather, the AMG Super Sport steering wheel. Really great. If I go as low as possible, I can feel I have a little bit less room over my head than in the S-Class, but still a lot of room. Alright guys, so these are basically the changes in the front for the C-Class and S-Class. So really great stuff with the C-Class. S-Class is the pinnacle, the pinnacle of the Mercedes-Benz. Alright guys, so now we can check out what is going on the rear seats. Alright guys, so now we are out. You can see here the color of the leather a little bit better. So now we can hop in the rear section of the vehicle. I set the seat as I would drive for the C-Class, and you can see how it looks. So let's hop on board. Alright guys, now we can close this is the sound, and this is how much space do I have here behind the seat as I would drive. I'm sitting like quite a tall in terms of the height, definitely higher up than the driver. You can see here how the interior looks from the rear, the front, and you have here the armrest, also hidden cup holders. This is also for your phone, and if you press one more time you have cup holders which are like nicely hidden here in the middle armrest. It's quite spacious here, but it's not, definitely not as here, so we will check that as well. But here you can see how much space do I have. I'm 186-87 centimeters, 6 feet and between 1 and 2 inch. And also you can see here the Burmester speaker and ambient lighting as well here around this panel. So really great. You have a hook here, the light for reading, and also this handle also there. So really great stuff for the C Class. You can also hide this like this, and here we have also the ISOFIX for the child seat and the seat belts. Also you can see the ambient lighting here in the doors, so really great. Here in the middle we have these two vents which you can close or open, and this little part, this little like storage space for some smaller stuff. And here if you open this you can see here two USB-C ports and the 12-volt socket. So this one is like a hidden. If you don't know Mercedes, it's here like hidden. Yes. Okay, so you can close this, open this. Very nice for sure. This one actually also this part is color matched with the seat, which is really cool. So yeah, now let's check out the S-Class. Alright, so now we can check out the S-Class rear interior, so let's hop inside. Alright, so I'm in, and let's close the door. So we have soft close for the door, and immediately I can tell you that I have much more space here. So for my knees I have like many times. In the C Class it was like this, and in the S Class it's like, yeah, almost I cannot reach. So really crazy. Also here you have a privacy, these nets. You can close this, I believe, like this, and they go in the doors. You can also close them here for the passenger. And this seat here, which is the right rear seat, this seat can also get in the like airplane position. So let's check it out. Also, by the way, this middle console, you have here the storage space and wire charging for a phone. Here goes also the tablet, which you can control the system with, and here are these hidden phone holders, and if you press more you can see here the cup holders. Maybe we can redirect the AC like this so you can hear me better. So you can also close this like this, and now it is closed. So this seat, check it out, you can almost lay like in the airplane in the first class. So here if you press this button, the front passenger screen will go as far in the front as possible to give you the most of a legroom here for this right seat. So I'm showing this from this part, from the passenger rear seat, so you can see how far in the front this seat actually goes. So it's crazy, check it out, still goes towards the front. And now this seat, it will extend towards the front, and also calf support here will extend. So now you have really a lot more space for your legs, and also here, check it out, your feet support. You can move these up and down here with this button, like this, and also forwards, backwards, sorry, and also up and down if you press like this, so you can select what kind of level do you actually want for the calf support. And the seat is really great. This one is perforated with diamond stitching, and the leather itself is very smooth, very high quality. So also here you have a ISOFIX for the child seat, these connections, and here you have the seat belt. Check it out. The seat belt is a little bit more thick, can you see? That's because it has a airbag in the seat belt, so you have a belt bag here. So added security and comfort, and definitely added security with the belt bag. So on the top you can find, so we have this microfiber, so you can see in the C class it was a cloth, here is like a smooth, and you can see also here it's wrapped in the leather, this handle. Also in terms of the light, we have a much brighter light and larger surface, and hook is hidden here, so you can deploy it if you want. Also here is a speaker for the 4D, there is also a microphone, and the middle speaker, large one. Here in the rear is this security net for added layer of a privacy. Privacy net, and here with the button you can actually open the sunroof and see the blue sky. So you can just open or close this here with this button. So now we're talking, check it out, the speaker Burmester with illumination, ambient lighting, as well as two section for the sunroof. How gorgeous this looks, absolutely gorgeous. This wood which is there is also here, so, and also here, so everything is just top notch. Also for the seats you have these soft pillows, even softer than this one. This one is soft, but this one is super soft. If you want, you can press and it will go there. You can also deploy it back, so it will go back to its original position, like this. Also here we have the storage space and also the airbag. Airbags are everywhere in this car, so the most security which you can get. And also passive and active security, so security is top priority for this car for sure. And also here, as you can see, we have display with the system, so you can change the comfort. You have massage, so many, like hot relaxing massage, mobilizing massage, activating, ambient lighting, rear ambient lighting, adaptive rear lighting actually, so you have so many settings for the seats. Also side bolsters, so you can set the side bolsters for the rear seats, and lumbar support. This is really crazy. Also here we have ionization of the air, external and internal air quality. You can get also air freshener. So here you can see, if you are in environment where it's not really good external air, you can clean it for the best results. So for sure the top notch in terms of the rear. It's definitely hard to beat the S Class, really crazy. So yeah, really crazy, and no comparison really with the C Class, but I needed to show it to you. This is the main difference between these two cars for sure. Which one do you like more in terms of the design? Some people actually prefer the S Class and some people actually prefer the C Class, so definitely let me know which one is your favorite in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and like, comment which is your favorite, and turn on notification bell, turn on all notifications so you're notified for all future episodes and comparison and reviews, driving, etc. So thank you very much, and guys, thank you very much for your support.